need the evidence.
Introducing the new improved Tony.
Give up the funk.
Yeah, Black Lion, Enzo, let's go. First collabo. Baptist Dojic mixtape. Yeah. Let's go. Shout out to Lil Mama.
Don't look around, I'm the baddest. Rep is real in Manhattan. I set the trends in high fashion. I realize I'm not matching. I meant to do it, homie. I know what I'm doing. I got these labels pursuing me. My attorney is blowing me up. Answer your phone tone. I know you know my ringtone, but I'm in the studio working. Right after church, I'll be surfing the internet for my status. Both of my ushers named Gladys. Crush you like bottles and glasses. Studying Gary's dance classes. Hold up, back up just a little bit. Let me work this track just a little bit. Enzo is so superb. His style is green like herb. Chicana, puff pants just a little bit. Holy Ghost, good stuff, smoke a little bit. Reppin' holiness, I be reppin' holiness. Definitely in the van, holy rolling up a little bit. Hold up, back up just a little bit. Let me work this track just a little bit. Enzo is so superb. His style is green like herb. Chicana, puff pants just a little bit. Holy Ghost, good stuff, smoke a little bit. Reppin' holiness, I be loving holiness. Catch me in the van, holy rolling up a little bit.
I found some new herbs, and when you smoke it, there's no paranoia. It's a Holy Ghost high called the funk. Yeah, I'm high than a bird. I'm superb. Have you heard?
She looks down and she goes on by.
Enzo, Black Lion.
Don't need no train wreck, I'm on this sycamore vet. Drunk in the spirit, more wet. Jesus, I'll never forget. Never shall forget what you died for me. Real joy, I've got it. You set me free. Never knew a love like this would come my way. Introducing the new improved Tony. Don't look around, I'm the baddest. Rep is real in Manhattan. I set the trends in high fashion. I realize I'm not matching. Hold up, back up just a little bit. Let me work this track just a little bit. Enzo is so superb. His style is green like herb. Chicana, puff pad just a little bit. Holy Ghost, good stuff, smoke a little bit. Reppin' holiness, I be reppin' holiness. Catch me in the van, holy rolling up a little bit. What? Back up just a little bit. Let me work this track just a little bit.
She lay hands on me, and her breath smelled like the Antichrist. I swear.
Holy Ghost, good stuff, smoke a little bit. Reppin' holiness, I be reppin' holiness. Catch me in the van, holy rolling up a little bit. Yeah,
It's a brand new high. Yeah, you know how to play football, don't you? You know how to play football? You know how to play football for real. Act like you know. Pass it, you know what I mean? Let's hot box, y'all. Let's have a little hot box session. Something we call shut-ins. Y'all forgot all about them all-night shut-ins. They make sure you got the Holy Ghost when you get up off the floor.
Baby. Get back down there, baby. You need the evidence. Baby. Baby. Get back down there. Baby, you need the evidence.
What? They didn't tell you you had the Holy Ghost. You knew you had it. They had to carry your drunk butt to the car, speaking in tongues in the back seat. You get back home to the house and you still speaking in tongues. Y'all don't know about that right there.
Baby, you need the evidence.
What do you want me to do? I was told this was being handled. The truth is out there now.
The truth has always been out there, Mr. President. The people just don't want to believe.
We also had a chance to speak to Professor Stephen Jones.
who is a doctor of physics, concerning new bombshell evidence that conclusively proves that thermite was used to cut the main pillars in the World Trade Center towers.
There is this molten metal, molten material flowing out of the South Tower just before its collapse. There's a large quantity of yellow hot metal. And then I read about these pools of molten metal underneath both towers and Building 7 after their collapses. Now that fits like a glove with the thermite reaction, which produces molten iron. You also see in these videos of this molten metal coming up, you see this white ash, this dust that comes off. Now that combination, yellow hot molten metal, white ash floating away, that's his signature characteristic for thermite. And then finally, we got some samples of this metal, the previously molten metal. Using advanced techniques like proton-induced X-ray emission and an electron microprobe, we found out what's in these samples. We're finding iron, also sulfur, potassium, and manganese. And these are characteristic of a variation of thermite, which is used to cut through steel very rapidly. It's called thermate. It's like, sure, you can take a knife, you take the butter out of the fridge, and you cut through that butter. Now, adding sulfur to thermite and also potassium permanganate, these chemicals, it's like heating up your knife to a very high temperature. Now it slices right through the butter. Even if the butter is cold, slices right through. Same way here, by adding sulfur and potassium permanganate to thermite, it'll now slice through structural steel very rapidly. But the end products then, you'll have sulfur and potassium, manganese, and iron. And that's what we see. Thermite had to be planted in the buildings, which of course implies directly an inside job. Someone had to have access.
Right, so this is a massive response across the United States. Let's try to just bring you up to date on some of the things that are happening that will affect your life today. Air takeoffs across this country have been suspended. Metro is suspending train service. D.C. police calling in all officers today. So the city, the nation's capital, is mobilizing against this.
Let us never tolerate outrageous conspiracy theories concerning the attacks of September the 11th. Malicious lies that attempt to shift the blame away from the terrorists themselves, away from the guilty.
Right, so this is a massive response across the United States. Let's try to just bring you up to date on some of the things that are happening that will affect your life today. Air takeoffs across this country have been suspended. Metro is suspending train service. D.C. police calling in all officers today. So the city, the nation's capital, is mobilizing against this.
Let's bring everyone up to date. This is breaking news live from the Pentagon. Pentagon, you can see, almost totally obliterated by smoke. Apparently an aircraft has crashed into the Pentagon.
We want to make it clear when you say obliterate, simply that you cannot see it, because we are not suggesting that the building has molested. We are not sure the extent of the damage could be considerable, but we do want to make it clear that in some of the pictures you can see the building is still standing, but the smoke is so thick that you cannot even see the building at this point. Okay, we do want to make that clear.
Freedom itself was attacked this morning by a faceless coward.
The next job was to load the Met, a rickshaw-like wagon the astronauts would use to transport their tools of exploration and collected samples.
There it is. The plane went right through the other tower.
Jimmy, what happened?
We were in the lobby gathering to go up and start doing a search on the upper floors. As we were getting our gear on and making our way to the stairway, there was a heavy-duty explosion. And everybody just started running for the door. Everybody was trapped. Eventually, when the dust lifted, I saw some light and started screaming for everybody to go out towards the light. I managed to get Tyrone out and a couple other guys that have already gone over to Jersey City via a boat. It was fucked. It was unbelievable in there. This guy's still trapped. We couldn't get to.
Message to your family?
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm okay.
Well,
933-2600.
That's for Diane.
As tragedies go, what do you, the people who do something like this, can you even begin to?
They're animals. They're animals. It should be it's an act of war. It should be war. Nobody's safe. We're not safe. Even all these little buildings, we're not safe. Don't go too close.
Jimmy, you said, what is your last name?
Grillo. Grillo.
And what ladder company are you from, Jimmy? 24?
24 truck.
Tyrone, is everyone safe?
Take care of that.
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
Tonight?
So far, everybody's all right.
He's in there.
He's in the building. Sir?
Go help. Jimmy, don't get too close, Jimmy. They're still blowing up, Jimmy. Need O2?
Let's look carefully at the collapse itself. Notice the puffs of concrete issuing from the sides of the building well ahead of the collapse wave. Called squibs in demolition language, these are actual explosives, charges firing visibly through the exterior as gravity pulls the building down. Here are more.
This attack.
Shortly after the attacks on the World Trade Center. Now, it's possible that it didn't happen that long afterwards, that we've only just found out about it. But I think, yes, I mean, you know, we're talking about within an hour.
A third hijacked plane came down in a steep descent over Washington. Third hijacked plane came down in a steep descent over Washington.
You could tell it was like a suicide bomber. But I'm not saying it was a bomb, but, you know, it was a plane. And it just came, it came streaking down and hit. And it hit short. It didn't go into the top of the Pentagon. It came like in short, and then everything sprayed up like a fireball sprayed up on the wall. It didn't go into the top of the Pentagon. It came like in short, and then everything sprayed up like a fireball sprayed up on the wall. But I'm not saying it was a bomb. But, you know, it was a plane.
Now, I have made it clear that the United States government had nothing to do with this video.
The next job was to load the Met, a rickshaw-like wagon the astronauts would use.
There it is. The plane went right through the other tower.
Pelted by debris when the North Tower collapsed. 7 burned until late afternoon, allowing occupants to evacuate to safety.
I remember getting a call from the fire department commander telling me that they were not sure they were going to be able to contain the fire. And I said, you know, we've had such terrible loss of life. Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse.
Looking like a Three Stooges movie covered in plastic, I swear to God. But you got good shit, man. That's some good shit. Then we went back there. Whoa, 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 whoa! Here's one of the guys who can tell you I'm okay, all right? Here, hold on. You want to call your mother or something?
To be right now.
You gotta get back from here. You know that. You gotta get back. All right? Don't worry about me. You need to make calls right now.
You see that blowout? That's a gun. There's another soul around here with you, bro. You got 4?